the Redbacks doing here today?
It's a bit of a trying to find a diamond in the rough, I suppose you call it. We've got a few guys coming out to different country areas with Nath Lyon and myself in Port Augusta and Jamestown. Callum Ferguson going to Mount Gambier, I think, next week, and a few guys going to Murray Bridge as well. So just out trying to spread the word and trying to find a country talent, I suppose.
You can relate to that, I suppose, being from the country too.
Yeah, growing up in Narrandera, country New South Wales, had to move to Sydney, I suppose, to get that opportunity and follow that pathway through the grade system and then into the state system. So hopefully Nath and I can be seen as some kind of role model for the kids out here and get a few guys down to Adelaide to do the same kind of thing.
What sort of things are you looking for? Is there someone who can hit it right out of the park, or someone who's got the raw pace like Sean Tate, or maybe someone who can turn it like Nathan?
Yeah, whatever, a bit of that. As we saw in Port Augusta, there were quite a few kids there with a bit of talent. There's some guys whacking the ball absolutely miles, and some other guys with a little bit of pace. So it's just that raw talent, I suppose. They obviously wouldn't have the kind of coaching in the country towns as what we get in the city. So hopefully we can get them to the city and harness that talent a bit.
I guess it's a belief for them, is actually realising that it can be done, I suppose, making it from deep out in the country, I suppose.
Yeah, as we said, hopefully we can be some kind of role model that you can make that transition from the country to the city and realise your dreams. Most kids grow up in the backyard wanting to be an Australian player, and hopefully they can look at us and say that it's able to be done.
Absolutely, and you're positive about the Redbacks signings and the season ahead?
Yeah, I think the Redbacks have done really well recruiting. Johan Boats is going to be really good for us, and Phil Hughes is going to be a fantastic signing. I'm glad I don't have to bowl at him, actually, having bowled at him a few times in the last couple of years and not being that successful with the ball against him. So it's going to be good walking out on the park with him.
Yeah, it's just really hopefully giving some kids in the country the opportunity to come down to Adelaide and push for a first-class spot.
I guess your stories, you'll tell them to the kids as well. It can give them, I guess, a bit of a hope there.
Yeah, definitely. We've shared our stories and a little bit of advice here and there, but there's some really great talent floating up around in Port Augusta and hopefully here today in Jamestown. So looking forward to getting out in the coaching camp today.
What do you look for, whether it's with the bat, the ball? Is it raw pace, or is it freak spinning or big hitting? What are some of the things that you look for?
Just all-round cricket ability. Just they're very gifted cricketers up here in the country. They've always been able to do the bowl quick or bowl the odd spinner, and they've always been big hitters in the country. So it's just really good to see these kids coming out and giving it a crack, even though it's footy season up here. So it's really good to see. There's a lot of potential up here.
Great, and you've got a couple of recruits for the Redbacks. You must be a bit excited about that.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's great to have Johan Boda and Phil Hughes on board. So it's looking forward for the Redbacks, and hopefully we'll be able to put some really good results this year.
Have you spoken much to Johan yet about how you work together?
I've been fortunate enough to sit down with him a couple of times, had a couple of meetings with him. So it's looking very promising, and looking forward to getting out there and working with him.
What sort of some of the things that he's already given you to as ideas? Obviously, you're an Australian player and he's a South African player, but there must be a few, and you bowl differently, but there must be a few things that he can give you advice.
I'm looking forward to learning the mental side of him. Really, in the one day, he's been a great one-day player for South Africa, and we all know that when they come up against Australia. So it's going to be a great challenge, or great learning curve for me, being able to work with someone like Johan's. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a great thing for South Australian cricket. And
you think that the South Australian in the 4-day game can just lift that extra level this year?
Yeah, I'm confident of that, yeah. So it's great to have Phil Hughes and Johan on board, but our squad at the moment is really strong. We started pre-season 2 weeks ago, so we're really looking good and really excited about the upcoming season.
And Phil, just that extra few runs at the top that just could give you a chance of getting some outrights, I think.
Yeah, definitely. He's going to play a massive role, and he's a quality cricketer, so we're pretty excited to have him on board. And he'll be very, very valuable for us.
Great. Thanks, Nathan.